Okay, now we're translating with three letters, that is three atomic sentences, and that means that we do need to use parentheses. So, let's see what we got here. E, the envelope is hidden in the drawer. M, Miguel is in the safe house. And N, Nicole is at the train station. So for instance, if we had, or I should say, we can't have something like this. E arrow M arrow N. The connectives have to connect in any one instance just two letters. So, and we have to know what those two letters are. So this has to be either E arrow M and then this whole thing arrow N, or E arrow and then M arrow N. So this would be read if E, then if M, then N. Okay, so that's so we need to use parentheses. All right, so we have four sentences. Excuse me. We have four sentences here. If you want to try them yourself, first you can. What do we have here? First, if Miguel is in the safe house and Nicole is at the train station, then the envelope is hidden in the drawer. Okay, so we want to find our connectives. So we've got if, then, and an and. Okay, and we can't, there's really only one way to do this, and that's going to be to recognize that this inside these parentheses is a conjunction, and then this, what's inside the parentheses, is the antecedent of the conditional. M and N in parentheses, arrow E. Okay, and let's see here. We take off. Okay, so just to tell you, if you tried to kind of set it up this way, it wouldn't make sense. Nicole is at the train station, then the envelope is hidden in the drawer. You know, what we have in the parentheses needs to be a full English sentence, and you can't have a then without an if. So, it wouldn't work to split it up this way. Okay, F. The envelope is hidden in the drawer, or both Nicole is at the train station and Miguel is in the safe house. Okay, if you look actually at the first page of chapter 5, where there's the symbol, what it's called, and the rough meaning. So for conjunction, I've just been treating that as and for disjunction, I've been treating that as or. I mean, that's correct. But as it says there on the first page of page 5, the conjunction, the rough meaning, can also be both whatever and whatever else. And the disjunction can be either A or B. And so in this kind of circumstance, when we have a sentence with three atomic sentences, a longer sentence with three atomic sentences, the both and the either are useful because they indicate where the conjunction and the disjunction starts. So we in fact need them for these sentences to be able, we need them to be able to translate these sentences into truth functional logic. Okay, so both, that means that the conjunction is starting, and so this whole thing has to be one chunk, call it, or one part of our sentence, and then we've got an or here. So we start at the left, we're going to have E or parentheses N and M close parentheses. But we can also put parentheses around the whole thing. Okay, so that's the answer. Let me just also, if you want a little bit more explanation, let me just point out to you that it wouldn't make sense to chunk it this way. The envelope is hidden in the drawer, or both Nicole's at the train station, because that means the both would be cut off from the and. And so, this, what I have inside the parentheses here, doesn't make sense as an English sentence. So that can't be right. It has to be what I showed you first. Okay, next. Nicole's at the train station, and if the envelope is hidden in the drawer, then Miguel is in the safe house. Okay, so of course for the conditional, the if tells us where it starts. So if we figure out where our parentheses go, it's going to be right here. and then we have an and outside the parentheses. So N ampersand parentheses E arrow M. All right, and then last, Nicole is at the train station and either the envelope is hidden in the drawer or Miguel is in the safe house. Okay, so again, the either is going to indicate where the disjunction starts. So we want to have the disjunction inside the parentheses, and we'll have an and right before it. Okay, so this is similar to the previous one. N ampersand parentheses E, except now we have, okay, or, so that's going to be a wedge and an M. Okay. And if you want to have parentheses outside the whole sentence, then you can. Okay, so there are practice problems on Canvas, and you can do those practice problems before you take the real quizzes. If you have any questions, you can email me.